This week on the podcast, Carrie and I are sharing our top 5 reasons why we think you should visit Walt Disney World during the holidays. Stay tuned. You're listening to the Pixie Dust Fan Podcast. Hi, I'm Francine.
And I'm Carrie.
We're two best friends who can't stop talking, usually about Disney stuff.
Sometimes we have fascinating guests, and sometimes it's just us. But it's always positive and fun.
We're happy to have you join our chat. Thanks for listening, and let's get started. Happy holidays!
Because it's 2 minutes after Halloween? That's very not like you.
It isn't, but I figured our topic today that I had to get us into the holiday spirit when we opened.
Oh, yeah, and that...
See?
You know, and that did it. And that did it.
Are you not feeling it? You're feeling it today, Carrie.
I was like pumpkin spice latte 2 minutes ago, and now I'm all about candy canes.
Oh my gosh. Well, we went from bathrooms to Paul to ta-da, holidays. Carrie, can you believe all the feedback we got on our bathrooms podcast?
I can.
There are people that are so excited that they knew about bathrooms that we did not. The Cheshire Cat ones.
Yep.
So we have that on our to-do list.
And some people were fact-checking and reference-checking on the app. Pulling up maps and wayfinding themselves to see what the heck we were talking about.
Oh my gosh, wasn't it so fun? Yeah.
It was a good one.
Yeah. Many people, again, saying that they yell at us while listening, which you know what, we're doing it right.
You were right. You kept saying the people want to hear us talk about bathrooms.
I told you so.
And they did want to hear us talk about bathrooms.
I think it's hysterical. I do. Sometimes, these are the things. These are important things for vacation. People send me messages saying it's important to them too. I'm not the only one. Yeah. See, I was telling someone at work the other day, I'm like, see these bathrooms? They do not meet my standards of bathrooms.
They do not meet my requirements.
They do not. Yeah. So it was kind of fun. How are you doing? Good?
I'm all right.
You're all right.
Yeah.
You were.
So what are we talking about? What did you say? Like we're talking about
like we don't prepare
cats?
this. You don't. Nice try.
We're talking about the top outfits I'm going to put on my cats this holidays.
Oh my gosh! Do you know how many people
talk about my favorite Muppet songs that have a Christmas theme?
Carrie, when I posted my pumpkins, by the way, at Halloween, do you know how many people commented on Figaro? And like everybody knew it was Figaro posing next to the pumpkin. Like it was, oh my gosh, it was funny. We're talking about the top 5 reasons to go to Walt Disney World during the holiday season.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, people think we didn't just pull this one out of thin air.
I don't know. I think my
your
cat ranking my cat Christmas outfits would be just as fun. But this is a good one too. I think people will like what we have to say, or hopefully
we might need to do an episode on your cats, just because like people said they really enjoyed the one where it was kind of like get to know us a little better. So like your cats are a very big part of your life.
Much more that people. I don't think there's much more to tell about us. I think we tell everybody probably a little too much, but
maybe a little.
So the top 5 reasons why to go to Walt Disney World
during the holidays. Yes. And
the Christmas holidays.
Yes. And it's shocking that I am even doing this, and I even suggested it because I'm a bah humbug person. I'm not a Christmassy person per se. It's so much.
She's a hater, folks.
You know what it is? It's so much work. It's just so much work. And it's been so much work since I was a little kid because my mother was like over the top Christmas person. So it was weeks of me having to do work to get Christmas ready. So yeah, it's just a lot of work. But
Well, let's get to this list, Scrooge.
But you like going during the Christmas holidays, don't you?
I do. Yep, I do.
Okay.
I like any holiday there, but Christmas is especially delightful.
Oh, especially delightful. So I will say it is pretty. If I'm going to be in a Christmas mood, Disney's where I want to be. But it really messes up my pictures. Like when I go to take pictures for like social media and stuff, when you take it's Christmas time and there's decorations everywhere for 2 months, I can only use those pictures for 2 months out of the year. You see where I'm going? Like, but the ones I take
in July,
I can't even be doing with that. Like we have a friend, Curtis, who was posting his Christmas decorations, and he's the one that started the whole thing. So then my sister's like, wait a minute, how come he's got his Christmas decorations up? Well, I should have my Christmas decorations up. So thank you for that. We've got to go put up her decorations. So we're going to talk about the happy things of Christmas at Disney. Okay.
Gotcha.
Do you have the list? No.
No, I closed my screen. Number one, it snows on Main Street. I remember. I'm going from I'm trying to enhance my memory. Trying to remember things more instead of being forgetful.
Carrie.
I was trying to think of a name to say with F. Forgetful, and I was going to say Franny, but then I was like, well, that's not appropriate. That's not very nice.
I was going to say, they do say that you should do like mind things, exercises, so that you don't, as you get older, get forgetful. That's why,
like Sudoku or whatever.
I swear to goodness, my brother-in-law, he sits and does like his Sudoku things, whatever, 3 or 4 a day, so that his brain is active. Anyway.
Okay. Number one.
Snow on Main Street. You were right. That was number one.
And it's because it's pretty, because it makes your most favorite place on earth a little bit better.
So it is, when you see it snow on Main Street, it's like it's the only place in the world where I like the snow. Only place.
It's bubbles.
But it's not
really,
the bubble.
it's bubbles.
But it's not the bubble one bubbles. But yeah, you don't want to be eating. I don't want to be eating an ice cream while it's snowing in Main Street because I don't want the bubbles on my ice cream. But it's beautiful. It really is beautiful.
It is.
Yeah. So
it helped, like you when you see the castle regularly, how brings tears to many of our eyes, right? Like it's the choker, like, you know, we're like, we get all choked up when we see the castle, and you think, well, you kind of get over it, you get used to it, you don't tear up as much in all of those instances, but that first time the Christmas carols are ringing and it snows on Main Street, it's like you're looking at the castle for the first time again. That's my experience with snow on or maybe you just need a couple of years of forgetting the snow on Main Street, and then you're there and it's the lights and the tree and the snow and the songs, and then you're a puddle. You've melted.
Absolutely.
Because it's just that wonderful.
It's beautiful. And they do now snow on, like in the other parks. So in Hollywood Studios, they have a little snow. Mm. We can talk about that when we get to the shows and parties. Okay. Number 2. Decorations in the Magic Kingdom. They are pretty.
They're everywhere.
So it kind of looks a little like Christmas threw up in the Magic Kingdom, but it is pretty. It ruins my pictures, but it is pretty. What's your favorite decorations in the Magic Kingdom? Like, that's the best decorated park. Like, it hands down. There's decorations in the other parks, but the best decorated park, the one in the full holiday spirit, is the Magic Kingdom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like just down Main Street, how they've got everything, like all the wreaths and all the lights, and I don't know.
I love that big tree.
Everything about it's awesome.
Tree is the tree.
I was going to say that, like, that was the first thing that came to my mind is the tree, but then I think like there's so many amazing trees. Like, I don't think I would, like, in other places too, right? So
True.
So I don't know. I like all the wreaths and the lights and all the little details along Main Street.
Yeah. Where's your favorite tree at Walt Disney World? Do you have one?
I don't know. I think that they're all pretty spectacular. I don't even know if I could, like, because all of the deluxe resorts have the most beautiful Christmas setups, right?
The contemporary is just, it's so bright. It's so bright.
I think the one outside?
The one outside. The one out front. The massive one out front.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And it's nighttime and it's dark and all you can see are the lights from the rooms and that massive tree. Like it's just beautiful. Yeah.
Like I think the Grand Floridian's probably my favorite, really, but it's probably everybody's favorite. Like you've got the beautiful,
pretty fancy dancy,
the beautiful decorations, the fancy danciness of it all, and then the gingerbread house. So
right, which is really number 3 is the resort decorations. That's what we had as number 3 is the decor that they do all over, like just the gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian. There's nothing like it to stand in front of that thing. Like, even the biggest Scrooge is impressed with that gingerbread house. It is real gingerbread. There's a store inside. Like, it's not a little tiny house. There's a store with people inside it.
And that's like Gingerbread Central. But there's also, they do smaller gingerbread houses at some of the other deluxe resorts, right?
Yeah. They usually have like a gingerbread like wall or display at the Contemporary. Like I think it was last year they had Frozen, but then they do like a gingerbread type. It's gingerbread and chocolate over at the Beach Club, the Carousel, and they have like a whole gingerbread shop there. That Carousel is incredible, and they always have like little hidden Mickeys in it and. The displays.
Buy gingerbread cookies.
There's gingerbread everywhere, like everywhere, everywhere.
Do you remember when I did my little video of the gingerbread man? It's on my Instagram. When I did Instagram stories where like I had my gingerbread man at Disney World on a Walt Disney. I can't remember where we were staying. But like I did like a little short film of my gingerbread getting eaten. So like every snap of it, there was like a piece missing, and then in the end, I just left crumbs, and then I wrote like the end or whatever. So it was my social media short film debut. I'll find it for you. I'll send it to you.
Send it to me.
It might be saved in my stories.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I'd love to see that.
But you get to eat the gingerbread too. It's not just that it smells good and it looks pretty. That you get to eat gingerbread, which is pretty tasty.
It is, and that kind of brings us to number 4 on our list. The 4th reason to visit is the seasonal treats.
What seasonal treats? Do you have merchandise on this list too, or can we put?
You can put, yeah. So I made the list.
I don't buy food.
I don't buy Christmas merch, so I didn't think about Christmas merch. But you're right. I guess the merch would probably, for most people, be higher on the list than the treats. But I'm thinking they have like amazing cupcakes and cakes and different desserts and different like dining options for the holidays.
Yeah.
But the merchandise is pretty spectacular.
Well, in the same realm of the dessert availability, there's lots of merchandise. Now there's Christmas stores around Walt Disney World year round, but they always bring out like just like a themed line that's, they've got everything, your stockings, your tree skirts, your lights, your ornaments, your every single thing you possibly could think of, your
sweaters,
Christmas countdown clock, your sweaters, your slippers, your
stuffies,
whatever, your pom-poms.
They have stuffies with like Christmas outfits on.
And so, every year it's usually different. And if you love Christmas and you love to decorate, like it's probably like heaven on earth, right? Like you wouldn't.
Absolutely.
It'd be very dangerous if you happen to fall in love with a certain decor one year. You'd probably want to bring a lot of it home to complement your Christmas decor.
I'm trying to remember. I think my sister brought home like a whole dish set for Christmas, like a Christmas dish set from Walt Disney World one year, one of their lines or things like that we use every year.
And I think a lot of people, when they go on vacation, they bring home a Christmas ornament. Like, I think that's something that people do, Walt Disney World and traveling other places, which I guess, you can get them year round there. But, maybe at Christmas time, there's more special ones than the rest of the year. I don't know. But have you never bought any Christmas merch? You don't?
I have. So I've bought ornaments for people or for like our family trees. I think I've said before, when I moved into my house, I think the first year I bought a tree and I put it up because I felt guilty that I didn't. I felt like my mom was going to come haunt me if I didn't put up a tree. But then I quickly got over it. So I don't put one up. I just put up the one at my sister's. So I buy ornaments. I'll buy ornaments for her tree because there's some really cool ones. Like I love, they have one at the Contemporary and they have it of the different resorts where it's like the front of the resort and then you turn it around and you can see inside their lobby. Like those kind of, like they are pretty cool. They are, if it makes a Scrooge like me like them, then for people that love Christmas, it's like over the top, right? Yeah.
I'm always a sucker for like the light up necklaces. Like
you have some. You've got a thing for those like light up necklaces and yeah.
There's I don't really like, I often like the special mouse ears and stuff. I don't usually buy them, but I can definitely appreciate the Christmas themed ears that they do too. Like,
yes.
the candy ones or whatever they are. Like there's always different ones, or they're sparkly with the red with a green bow or vice versa. One year it's green and red. The next year it's red and green. The next year it's red with a green striped bow. The next year it's green with a red striped bow. All glittery, all sparkly, all sequined.
It's all
I can appreciate them.
Yeah. Yeah. One year they had the gingerbread ears. Remember they looked like the gingerbread man? Yeah.
Yep, and they probably smelled like gingerbread.
Probably
stinky.
Yeah. Yeah. I love gingerbread. Gingerbread's nice. It's good. It's yummy. Okay. I don't like eggnog, though. Do you drink eggnog? I don't like it. It doesn't make sense to me. Who would want to drink a liquid egg?
I don't know. I never really tried it. Maybe I've sipped it. I don't like it.
It looks kind of gross to me.
Like I don't know how many. I think eggnog is a love it or hate it thing, I guess. Or maybe do people drink eggnog just because they feel they have to because it's seasonally appropriate? Everybody else is drinking eggnog, so you drink it. People put it in coffee. People put it in.
They put eggnog in coffee?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know. I knew that you could put like rum in it, but
rum and spice, like cinnamon or something, maybe. I don't know.
It's not like an appealing name, like eggnog. Like it doesn't sound delicious, and it's thick. It doesn't. Ugh. Anyway.
Well, and I would think a lot of people don't drink. Like, there's a lot of people that don't drink milk. So I would think if you were on the I don't drink milk, I don't think you would probably want to drink eggnog either.
Yeah.
Although I don't know what eggnog is. Like eggnog, mass-produced eggnog. I don't know how it's made.
But is it eggs? I'm assuming it's eggs.
If you made it, it would be. But I don't know, when you get it from the grocery store, when they have 17,000 cartons of them in a row, if that's, maybe it's...
Eggs?
It's just math. I don't know. Why do I
feel like there's people yelling at us right now going, oh my gosh, it's not eggs, or it's not this, or it's not that. I can't believe you ladies don't know what eggnog is. I feel like I feel like that. I will, after we're done recording, I will Google eggnog.
Google it, and then you'll be I'm pretty sure it's like if you make it regularly, it's like how you're supposed. Like if you make it from scratch, there's egg in it. It's eggnog. But if you think. But I don't know. Next time I'm in the grocery store, I'm going to read that label and see what the first 5 ingredients are on.
Here you go. Eggnog is traditionally made with eggs, egg yolk, sugar, milk, heavy cream, and vanilla extract. Ugh. That sounds disgusting.
Like, blend her all up.
Well, I mean, it's like scrambled eggs in a cup.
With a little nutmeg or whatever. A little bit of cinnamon and nutmeg.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Carrie and I are not we're not having eggnog. However, the treats, the food, they have special offerings for the holidays, which are usually fun. And sometimes when you're at the parties, they have like hot chocolate and things like that, which is nice. Yeah, their hot chocolate's pretty good there. So number 5, our 5th reason and last reason, people, you're welcome, we're visiting during the holidays, is the shows and parties, like the entertainment that comes with it. So Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party that parade is pretty cool. Like, you have to admit, that parade is fun. And then to have it snow at the end, and, you know, to see the walking gingerbread men, Santa Claus. Yeah. Even Vanellope's driving her little candy car. It's a pretty spectacular parade.
It's a fantastic parade.
It is. And then they have shows. They have little shows on the stage. The one that I was thinking of that was really so special was the projections on the Tower of Terror. So on the Tower of Terror at Hollywood Studios, they've really upped their game over there when it comes to holiday time. And they have whole shows that happen and are projected on the Tower of Terror with Christmas music. And they changed the Tower of Terror into a gingerbread house with projections. And then it snows at the end. It's pretty magical. I will say, I guess it was a couple years ago. I'm trying to remember. You know what? COVID's messed with how many years ago I think things are. But it was a few years ago. We were there, and my sister and I were there for the thing on the Tower of Terror. She loves Christmas. And let's just say I was in hysterics at the end because when she turned around, she was bawling. Like, at the end of this thing, and I guess that sounds kind of mean, but she was so touched and moved by this thing that she was bawling like actual cry. I thought it was, I'm like
the first time you see the castle.
I was like, what is wrong with you? What are you crying for? Yeah. So anyway.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
So it's that kind of emotional thing for people who like Christmas. Yeah, it's a pretty cool show.
And what about the shows like at Epcot, the Candlelight Processional?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
that's a spectacular, like, that's, you know, we see fancy treats depending on what theme is happening at Magic Kingdom. Halloween, the fall, Christmas.
Yes.
But the Candlelight Processional is something that's very special for the holidays.
Yeah.
So I noticed you didn't have that on. Didn't have that on the list. It
didn't even cross my mind.
The castle, the snow, and the Tower of Terror. Didn't even cross my mind.
Well, for people who haven't been listening to us since the very beginning and maybe missed that episode, my one and only time at the Candlelight Processional, I fell asleep, and I slept like literally through the band, everything in the chair. So
the choir that sounds like angels are singing.
I slept through it all.
Beautiful. So the festival is Epcot. Is it still called the Festival of the Holidays? Is that what it's called? The festival there. That's an amazing
I believe so.
Reason to go, because it's also. Whereas if you travel to Walt Disney World over Christmas, like the parade is when the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is over, then they show the parade and the fireworks and all that stuff regularly, like the nights very close to Christmas, right?
Yes.
But you have to pay to go to the Christmas party, whereas you know, you can get a good dose of Christmas at Epcot as well with that festival.
Absolutely.
And I think they have storytelling around the world and all the different, you know, what Christmas is all around the world. You know, as you go to all the pavilions and then the Candlelight Processional. And of course, they've got food booths.
Of course, because I feel like Epcot now just has food booths all the time.
festivals around, except for maybe like, I wonder how many days there is in a festival at Epcot. But anyways, that's a very good park at Christmas time to get a dose of the holidays.
And it's nice to go around World Showcase and see and talk to the cast, like how they all celebrate the holidays in the different countries. It's kind of fun. Yeah, you're right. The candlelight processional. But I like the tree at Epcot. I love, at the tree at Epcot, if you look at it, they have a bulb or a decoration on the tree from each country.
That's it. Like the trees, the trees are so spectacular. Like when we're there this year, I'll try to pay attention and see if I could pick one. But like, they're just so beautiful. Everything, like, they're all so different and so beautiful and so big. Like, I don't know. I'll try to pick a favorite, but I don't know if I can.
It's amazing to me that they can, Halloween comes down and that tree goes up in a night. It just, and how they assemble that. Like, I don't know about you, Carrie, but putting up my sister's tree takes two of us. And we're lucky if it's standing straight at the end after 2 hours of trying to put it together. I don't know how they make these trees look so perfect and beautiful, and it's incredible.
Like overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's pretty awesome. So we will actually, I know you're going to say, don't jinx it, but we are going to be in Walt Disney World over the holidays too, which is one of the reasons that we're taking a break in December from podcasting, because we just have so much stuff going on that it's a good time for a break. Mm-hmm. Plus, a lot of people don't listen over the holidays anyway. So hopefully everybody's okay with that. You can go back and listen to past episodes, but we're going to have some fun ones in January when we resume too.
Yeah, so we thought we'd get our brains in the Christmas mode. Holiday mode. We booked our air, so we're actually going as long as the jinxies don't come to get us.
As long as the jinxies don't arrive, we are going in a couple weeks. It's pretty insane.
I haven't been there, like, I think I've been there for the holidays. Like, I used to always go around the holidays, and I started going in October. But I know I've been a few times just like I haven't had a proper trip in December or January when the holidays are there for a long time. Like, I know we've been for Destination D.
Last year the decorations were up.
Maybe go into the parks. Like, I've been into the parks like here and there for like the day when I've dropped by the Walt Disney World, but not like a proper trip. So it'll be interesting to kind of be there, and like that's the main focus for so many days. Yeah. Maybe I'll be like you by the time I'm done. We're like, dang Christmas. Dang. If I have to hear the echoes of that dang candlelight processional one more time when I'm at Epcot this week, jeez, Whoopi Goldberg,
right? Yeah, I do like. You know what I do like is the decorations also at Hollywood Studios on Echo Lake. They are spectacular. The colors. Well, they give
Gertie. Doesn't Gertie have a? They put
a Santa hat
on her. Yeah.
Yeah. The Mr. and Mrs. Claus over at Epcot is pretty impressive too. They have a meet and greet there. There's so many great. There really are some great things for the holidays at Walt Disney World. More than just the 5 that we came up with.
I know. There's lots and lots.
There is. I wonder how many people are yelling at us going, you forgot! Yeah.
Yeah, what did we forget? We will forget lots.
They'll tell us. They'll tell us. That's the good thing about...
But that's like what we go for. We kind of summarized it, right? We love the trees. We love Magic Kingdom. We love to eat all of our snacks. You know, I entered the shopping because, like, who are we kidding?
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. Yep.
Maybe the only trip you won't buy a T-shirt, but you'll find other non-Christmas ones. So
I always have struggle at this time of the year to find a T-shirt that I want because they all have Christmas stuff on them.
Did you like? Well, anyway, so we've definitely the list was what we like.
I do have a Christmas hat. I like Christmas ears. I have like it's the the regular ears, but he has that Christmas hat on. I do have one.
You should bring it.
Maybe
we like the Christmas merch for this year is pretty nice. Is sweet.
Yeah,
like they've got like a nice spirit, like the color of it, the color palette they've used. Like there's a spirit jersey that looks like it's almost like knitted like a sweater.
Make sure you have room in your suitcase.
I'm not.
We're traveling with my sister. We're traveling with my sister.
Oh yeah, we might need to. She might
need a U-Haul.
Repay the favor of her bringing home my puzzles. I might have to bring home some stuff for her.
You might have to, because remember last year Christmas Day, she was in the hospital, so we had no Christmas last year. So I don't even get to roll my. I don't get to roll my eyes this year at all about Christmas. So she's going full hog. So yeah. Make sure you got room in your case, because she's going to be.
I can check a big bag, and then I'll lease out the extra room on the way home to the highest bidder. I'll be like, it's going to take a pretzel and 2 churros.
See, it's so easy to bribe Carrie. I'm telling you. Well, I think that was a good. Much. That was a good roundup, Carrie. So top 5 reasons were snow on Main Street, decorations in the Magic Kingdom, the resort decorations, seasonal treats and shopping merch, and the shows and parties. Yay. I'm sure everyone will let us know what we forgot. All right, Carrie, it's that time of the podcast. What brought you pixie dust this week and made you happy? Didn't I ask you before we started recording? She's looking at me like,
Don't be silly.
I forgot to ask her.
My pixie dust this week. Can I have, like, I'm gonna have pixie dust tonight, because I'm gonna go see my mom because it's her birthday, and my Aunt Carol baked a pineapple upside down cake.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going over to say happy birthday, Mama, and then we're going to have some delicious cake and tea. So that's going to be pixie dust. It's a pre pixie dust.
A pre pixie dust. But by the time this goes live, you'll have had the pixie dust. So there you go.
But I got to be, I got to be real. I want to pretend.
Well, happy birthday to your mom.
Yeah, my mom, I don't think my mom listens, but Aunt Carol, tell mom happy birthday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although I'll tell her tonight you said happy birthday. What's your pixie dust?
Oh, you'll have to tell me how the cake is.
I'll send you pictures. That's what I always do when I go to
Carrie
my aunt's house.
Carrie does this, man. So Carrie, wherever Carrie goes, where there's like cake and treats and sweets and stuff that I'd like, I get all these pictures. Look what I'm having. Look what I'm having.
And whenever I go to my aunt's house for scrapbooking or whatever, like she's always trying to like make something new or try something out or just make something delicious. So like I think every single time I send you what we're having for dinner, and I ask you how your chicken nuggets are or your frozen pizza. And there's almost always dessert to go with it, so then I send that too. But I'll send you a picture. So of this of the pineapple upside down cake.
Yeah,
it's a Dolly Parton one. I think it's because in the U.S. I brought one of the trips when I first started traveling across the border. My aunt was like, "Find me some of those Dolly Parton cake mixes." So it's one of those Duncan Hines
fun
Dolly ones. So
a Dolly cake. Oh yeah.
And it's cool. I got to stop because
it's a bunt cake, isn't it?
It's a pineapple upside down bunt cake.
Carrie and her bunt
cake. Some days I know you wish you lived closer to me and you didn't hate driving. You'd be like, I'll be there for tea. Happy birthday, Mary. Happy birthday.
I'm on my way.
What is your pixie
If I lived close to you, do you know how fat I would be? Seriously, if I lived near your Aunt Carol, I'd be so
You'd
fat.
You'd be scrapbooking. You'd be a crafter. And you'd be over for dinner all the time.
I would. Oh, okay. That's good pixie dust. Mine actually is food related too. So my nephew and I go to this mall. It's the old folks mall up the road. We're there all the time. And in the food court, there's a couple of noodle places, and he always goes and he gets the same thing all the time. And he gets like the noodles and this blackened chicken. And I can't, whatever. He always gets it. So he's like, you got to try it. You got to try it. You got to try it. So finally, I tried it. It's delicious. It's like barbecued, but it's almost like, I almost want to say like it's wet. Like it's so moist. It's, oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. So,
and the noodles aren't too bad either?
Well, so here's the thing. So I keep trying to say to him, I always get the spicy noodles and he gets the plain ones. But when I got the blackened chicken with the spicy noodles, like I was almost crying. There's so much spice in those noodles. I gotta remember next time I'm there just to get the regular noodles. But yeah, it was delicious. So now that's kind of, but I only get it if there's enough blackened chicken for both of us. If there's only one order left, I'll get my Louisiana chicken. So, but I like the blackened chicken. It was good. It was good.
Tried something new.
I did. It was very good. So that's my pixie dust. Well, Carrie, thank you for recording again this week and sharing your love of holiday times at Walt Disney World with us. And yeah, we'll be back next week with more fun and excitement.
Fun and excitement.
Exactly.
Can't
All
wait.
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to the Pixie Dust Fan Podcast. We hope you enjoyed the episode.
Make sure you're following us on your favorite podcast player so you'll get a new episode every week. And find us on social media too. We'd love to hear from you.
Till next time, remember, you are never too old to be young. Chase your dreams and design your own happily ever after.